So give me an example, if you can think, of someone who came in, without identifying them, who they are or anything, someone who came in a situation and that, you were able to help them through that situation and create a result.
Okay. Um, all right. So, you know, we also wanted to talk about the aspect of dehypnotizing. Remember?
Yes, I did want it. That was one of my things that I
Yes.
asked you about first off, and you were asking, "Well, what do
Yes.
you wanna know about that?"
Yes.
Just it seemed, just the concept was just it built my curiosity.
Yes. So this is actually something that is a very practical approach. Like imagine, let's say there's a woman my age says, Claudia, I gotta talk to you. I can't take it anymore. Okay, so she comes in and I have a studio, so I see people in person or on video. Um, and it's a long story, it's a very convoluted story, and the woman is in true, true distress. It's very difficult for her to make sense of what she's going through. And it is very emotional and it's physically depleting. There's insomnia. I mean, a lot of elements. There is loss of appetite. There are headaches. There's insomnia. It's physically taxing as well. So this actually really happened. And so we started to talk after she explained the symptoms she's going through, and nobody can help her. And all her blood tests are regular, and nobody can find anything wrong with her, but she's really so.
So
So
she's having physical and
yes.
and mental things that are
Yes,
going
it's
on.
emotional, it's mental, it's physical. It's just life is uh, not worth continuing the way she feels right now.
Oh,
So we looked at,
terrible then.
yeah, it's terrible, absolutely terrible. And after having gone to the medical doctor who, drew the blood, looked at all what could be going on, and can't find a darn thing, right? So whatever she tells me and the evaluation she shares with me about how she feels about what's going on, this is nothing else than judgment, right? We judge certain things that happen in our lives, we judge ourselves. And the big question is, have you ever taken the time to actually look at the judgment you are um, using, how you not only see life, but also how you have this inner voice talking about yourself? And that is the moment where everything can change. Let's question our evaluations. Let's question the answers we have drawn so far from the questions we have about life. What if there's a different way of looking at what's going on with you? What if the problem that you have clearly identified as a problem, if we look at it differently, may not be a problem? Maybe something that has to be addressed, but it doesn't have to like destroy the quality of your life. But that alone is easier be done with somebody like me because I am not under this heavy burden of emotional heaviness that already has developed out of these judgments and has then led to choices like not sleeping enough, using alcohol or other things to get off this situation. And
Mhm.
of course, they don't work. So when I come in, I can look at it from a different level, and I can take it with that person to the quantum level. So what do I mean by that?
Yeah, so tell me about that. What do you mean by that? And then, what in this particular instance, what happened, with this client? I mean,
What
what
happened?
was the
Yes.
result? And I mean, what was the journey that you went on with her where she was going in this direction and then you identified things that were going on and you were able to change the direction? What happened there?
Yes. I like what you do. So she's going in this direction. I'm coming from another direction. So we together bring this to a, if you will, higher level, we can both live with our directional imprint, if you will. And now we're looking at, well, that is an option, but this is an option too. Now, what if there are other options to look at your life? And that will totally shift the judgment you have about what's happening. What's happening is happening. What has happened has happened. How it has affected you is obvious. However, what if there is another way how to deal with something has affected you? That would be in regard to grief, loss, disappointment, frustration, and even something as simple as the realization of getting older, the realization of having to deal with a loss of something. And we can always shift this. If it is really so unbearable in the moment, who wants to stay there? Why would we want to continue feeling completely overwhelmed and just miserable?
And so this is where you're talking about the dehypnotizing.
Keeps me from seeing anything else that might be possible because I'm so self-hypnotizing myself. It's got to be this. No, it can't be anything else. It got to be this. It got to be this. It's got to be this. How frustrating. I do think we all are very susceptible to hypnosis. I do think we do it ourselves, and we allow elements to get us into that space too. Watching a movie, not being able to take your eyes away, right? You have to wait till the commercial comes up. That is an investment in the story that is has an hypnotic component to it. Like a sense of trance, like, oh, I gotta watch this. Oh, I can't go in it. No, I have to wait till commercial comes, for example, right? So I
Mhm.
think it's the willingness, the readiness for change. And this is the people who come and talk to me. There is a certain element of willingness and readiness to change. But how? Yeah, I'm really tired of doing this day after day after day, waking up with frustration written all over this day, another day full of frustrations. There is an innate, this spark of, I want to live a good life. I don't know how to stop it, but I'm ready for change. I think the
Mhm.
readiness for change is the most important aspect to allow change to come in our lives. And it's invigorating, it's rejuvenating, it is inspiring for others too. When somebody in your family says, I'm kind of tired of doing the things the same way and being frustrated year after year after year, I'm going to change something. And then allow your innate intelligence to help you to change it, maybe not too drastically, not chaotically, but let it unfold and expand and enrich your life and the lives of all people who you touch.